Well guys, the driveway turned out better than expected. Last night sucked. I said it. You know what's funny? Maybe you guys are this way, but I had a hunch yesterday was gonna suck from the time I woke up. And some will say that means that you wished it upon yourself. And I think if you know Alyssa and I, we're not that way. We push hard no matter what. And some days are good. Actually, most days are good. And every once in a while, we just have a really rotten day. And it's not any one thing, it's kind of just a bunch of little things throughout the day that just make your life hard. Like, you know, the coffee's out, you have no milk, eggs don't quite taste right, you know, little things. Ultimately, I want to make sure that this driveway slopes away from the house. And last night, I couldn't see anything. I don't know if it's my eyes just wouldn't adjust or what. Being tired certainly didn't help. But I don't know that I can really worry about that right now. The big, nasty, ugly snowstorm that they forecasted, well, we got about a ½ an inch so far. They say any moment now it's supposed to just let loose. So I guess we'll just move along, and then if it bites us in the butt, we'll just hang it up. So I got this done. I got the topping rock on. It's fairly smooth. We just need to drive on it to kind of compact it. Grading it is something that we can do with the Mini, but it really takes a couple of people, one person running a laser level and another person obviously running the piece of equipment and letting them know where you're high, where you're low. We don't need to get that precise with the driveway. You just don't want a lumpy, bumpy, you know, driveway. It's nice when it's nice and smooth and everything's graded well. If you've driven on a nice driveway, you know what I'm talking about. So we were trying to get this all done in one day, but unfortunately it's gonna take us more than that. So now we have a new mission for today. We need to get that footing drain daylighted out. It basically terminates right there, and it's something we just never got around to. One of the many laundry list tasks that got overlooked or pushed back on the list. So we're gonna bring it straight out across here, and it's gonna daylight right over there. Should be a real simple project, except the ground is frozen. We also need to move this pile of wood. It's frustrating because in building a house, you always need something from the boneyard. And it always feels like your property's one big boneyard. You've got a stack of sticks over here, a pile of bricks over there, some wood, some logs, some pipe, some metal. Like, it's really annoying because you feel like you're living on a construction site, because you are. We need to move that pile of wood. It's debatable about whether we should just burn it, because you never know when you're gonna need a little 2-foot piece of wood instead of having to go buy one or make one. We also wanna move the grizzly. The grizzly, we're not sure if we're still gonna use that grizzly. We do need one on this property just because anytime we need rock or soil, we have to filter it out. But I think it's safe to store it down at the far end of the driveway, but maybe in a more tidy manner than it was kind of just thrown by the tree before. And then we've got Grizzly 1.0. That guy's going to the resting place. And then ultimately, we need to get rid of all this rock. A big thing about winter here is you have to be thinking about where you're gonna put your snow. It's not a matter of if it's gonna snow, it's how much. And if you're not thinking ahead, you'll get yourself into pickle, and you'll either have to pick the snow up and carry it somewhere, or worse yet, you get stuck. So all this 2-inch minus that we're using for base rock needs to go away, and the 3/4 minus that we're using for topping rock, all of that needs to be gone. When we dug the trench for the power conduit coming through here, we turned up clay starting about right there until we got around the cabin. Just right where the cabin is was clay. But unfortunately, when I backfilled it, I spread that dirt out a whole bunch, and we ended up with this big glob of clay nastiness. About right here, it turns to sand and rock. So this soil over here drains really well. Unfortunately, that clay is sitting on top. The ground is frozen right now, but as soon as it starts raining and we get kind of a mucky, soupy winter storm, this is gonna turn into an absolute muddy nightmare. So the goal is to use more of that fabric, lay it out here, and we'll throw some topping rock on top of it, and that should keep everything nice and tidy. Another goal, we've talked about it, and we have a somewhat of an elaborate plan for how we're going to backfill this side of the foundation and stuff. It kind of falls more under a landscaping project, but ultimately we need to do it. But it's gonna be a pretty elaborate concrete project, because the deck that we're going to be putting on here that's a wraparound will be bearing on the concrete wall that we'll be using to retain the drain rock and some soil and maybe some grass or something. And then it's gonna wrap around over here and be backfilled up to help level the dirt around the deck, so we don't just have this kind of cobbly hillside. let's just say that's not happening before winter. We do still have probably a couple yards of drain rock over here that we need to get out of the way because of snow removal. So I may end up moving that drain rock over up against the house, which there's room for where our sewer outlet is, and just set it to the side. It's a bit of double work because when we get around to doing this retaining wall, deck footing project, we're probably gonna have to pull a lot of that stuff back out, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Let me move the Grizzly 1.0, and then we'll try to move Grizzly 2.0 back into the hole over there, okay?
What'd you think?
So we need to get the laser level set up.
Okay.
Because we need this pipe to slope just a little bit. We're gonna put the conduit in there for the well, and that conduit's supposed to be 18 inches deep. So we may have to over dig to put the conduit in. Yeah, that. Where are we at on the tape measure? It looks like 2 feet exactly.
Yep.
Done. So let's just set the laser to the top of the pipe, and let's just make sure that we're sloping away from that on grade. Somehow it always ends up being eye level.
Yeah. So we just got back from a last minute run to the hardware store because we realized we probably don't want to be driving over sewer pipe. It's really thin. We decided we probably want a Schedule 40 PVC, which is a lot thicker. Do we need it? I don't know. We don't want to find out. We really don't want to do this work again. So what we actually got was ABS because it's the same thickness but a heck of a lot cheaper, and it's just a foundation drain. So here we go.
We're not trying to get perfection at all. It just needs to slope. Always sloping. It can slope more and more and more and more. Just can't go up, up, up.
Okay, so we're gonna put this small piece of PVC in and then put an adapter, and we'll switch to ABS and go to the hillside.
Yep, can't believe that. Survived all this construction.
Yep. Shove her in.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's got a little dimple from being abused right there.
Gotcha. Okay, where's the adapter at? I'll get that on.
Should be in the bag from the store.
Okay, truck.
Yeah.
We're just talking about how these conditions are pretty terrible, but a couple of years ago we were working in similar conditions, digging a trench on that hillside by hand as the sun was setting. So we feel that we finally are acquiring the tools and the clothing we need to make these jobs not so terrible. Adapter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do her. We were told you could use PVC glue on ABS, but you can't and should not use ABS glue on PVC. So do we want to work together on this?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is PVC.
Okay.
I think the only reason this is advisable is because this is not for like drainer waste. It's
Okay.
just for like
So that's
sewer.
gonna go on. That's pretty loose.
Other way. There you
Gotcha. Okay. You were doing the wrong side.
go. Nope, that's the right side.
Really? Sweet.
And give it a twist. Perfect. So what I'll probably recommend you do is put a connector on a piece of pipe first.
Gotcha.
And slide your pipe
Makes
in. That way
sense.
you've always got a female in the trench, kind
Okay.
of like the bell to conduit
Yep.
thing. Yeah. So
I
you
think
should
I'm
be-
good to do at least a 1 10-footer.
Oh, at least I do 2. Yep. And then you're done with PVC glue.
Okay.
And I'll track down a piece of PVC real quick just to throw in that clean
Okay,
out so
yeah.
we don't dump rock.
That's a
back
good
in
idea. I already pulled some out, but tried to clean it to the best of my ability,
there.
so.
Poor thing.
This is where I'm worried about getting it in, like if the angle's not right, you know? I guess I'll try, and if I need help, maybe you can jump in here.
Yeah.
This glue is super stringy.
It's because it's not glue.
Ah,
It's cement.
gotcha. Yep, need help. Need you to lift your end up. It's almost too much rock underneath. Go. Bring your end towards the cabin. There you go, push. Go ahead, push.
Stop me back. Back out.
Wow.
So there's no glue on there.
I glued the inside.
Okay. This is where clean helps.
Okay.
It's not because of the seal. It's because
I just glued in there. There's no glue. This glue's pretty much empty.
the water is keeping it from sticking.
Pretty much all the 3/4 I put down, I kicked it all away back to dirt. There you go, good. Even got a twist in there. Nice work. Yeah, gluing that end's nice because you can see if the water is affecting you, but if you're gluing in the bell, you can't see anything, so that's what I did. Wow.
Hold down here. Let me get after it. Once it gets to the ABS, it sticks, but as long as there's water in between it, it doesn't want to stick.
Good. Good. Twist if you can. Good. 2 out of 5 down. Do you want to check for slope? I'll check for slope real quick if you want to dig. So on this, we're not going to use the laser level, but we just want to make sure that there's slope, period. The correct way, that is. Slope the correct way. We got slope, y'all. We got slope. Nope. Don't have the strength to turn it. No strength. Nope. How's it looking?
Oh, I need your help.
Okay.
First of all, did you know that shooting a laser in the snow is really hard?
Oh, because it's like bouncing. Right, okay.
So I need you over here.
Okay. Holding.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll run a tape measure.
Okey-doke.
Right there.
Okay.
I like to get it where it beeps.
About in there.
2 feet on the money.
2 feet.
Yep. So
Booyah.
let's go back here.
Maybe we should quit our day jobs.
Come down. 1 foot.
Okay. So a little deeper right there.
Well, we gotta knock this out with shovel. So we just need to shovel that out. Throw a 3/4 in here.
Yep.
And then lay pipe.
Be home in time for dinner.
Yep. Then we gotta throw the conduit in here and glue that up. We'll need the PVC glue for that.
Okay.
Oh, crap. So yeah, when I moved the Mini out of there, I knocked all that soil in the trench, huh? Okay. Let me put the Mini here. I'll clean that out, and then let's get the pipe and the conduit laid to there. We'll backfill that, then I can drive the Mini over this and clean that out, and that'll work better. So let's just say my middle of the trenching skills are not very good.
Well, yeah.
You gotta do something, and there's not a great way to do that. There's probably a technique, I just don't know what it is. Okay, let me get them there and I'll clean it up.
Can you grab? Good. Sorry, there's a big chunk of frost. You're good.
Turn this knob 2 clicks right here. 2 clicks. 1, 2. That's your backlights. And then turn the one on over there, flip that door open. And turn that one, I think 1 click. There's your front lights.
Nice.
A little bit more. Good. Let's just park that out of the way. Gonna be close. Losing battle. Don't dry it off till you're ready to glue it.
Right, we'll rotate.
Yeah, the glue is cold too. Everything's cold.
Rotate. Looks like the angle's
Yep.
good.
That's plenty. That's good.
Cool. Sloping.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we ought to bury the conduit in that in 3/4. That wasn't the plan, but if we don't put anything underneath of it, it's going to take the shape of the ground. It's going to get a bunch of high spots in it.
So 3/4 will kind of slide underneath.
Yep, we'll dump 3/4 over top of it and bed it. Yep. So let's get the conduit in here, and then I can backfill this. That'll give me a place to stick the Mini, so I can clean up the last little bit of the trench.
easier to glue, huh?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and lay this in the trench,
Okay.
and then we'll glue up the piece with the cap. And let's see, let's go on the outside. Yeah. Okay, if you want to just grab a piece and grab the glue. How you like your gloves?
Love them.
Yeah. It's pretty miserable working conditions, and you don't seem like you're too uncomfortable.
My hands are dry and they're warm.
Nice. Okay.
Don't ask the cost of the gloves.
Right. That's nobody's asking the price when they're comfortable.
Nope.
Everybody's asking the price when they're standing in the store and it's all warm and
Yep,
they're
true.
dry. So that was frozen the other day when we were trying to land that conduit in there. So we should try to get this landed before the ground freezes again. All right, I think we're ready to backfill. So conduit's stubbed up. We'll end up heating that with a torch and bringing it up to the panel. Perfect. Let's put some right here by the clean out, and then we'll need like probably one more bucket total. So just get one bucket. Okay. Up! Tilt your bucket up! Don't dump! Need to come over here! I almost didn't see that conduit there, guys. I was thinking they were the same length and that about got dumped on. That'd suck.
Last bit. Oh, look at all these people driving by in their heated cars. Looking at these poor sap suckers working in the snow. Ready? Okay. Good. Yep. Okay, did you glue?
Clean that off.
Cleaned?
That'll work good.
Cool.
So I'll start backfilling here and I'll just work my way that way. Once I get this backfilled, if you want to grab 3/4 and then you can drive up here and dump it in there.
And at least have it ready to go.
Yep.
Once I can drive over this.
Yep. Yeah, that's way faster than moving it with this guy.
Heck yeah.
So.
Do you guys believe it? Bugaboo's running around in here and he doesn't want to come outside. What are you doing? I gave him the option of going outside. He says, no, nope, I'll stay where it's warm, Mom. Hey, we want some dinner? It sort of looks like a carpeta, doesn't it? Sort of looks like a carpeta. I'll feed you dinner. Then we have to finish helping Dad, okay? We make Bugaboo's cat food from scratch. So he's on a completely raw diet. We did a video on that. If you haven't seen it and you're curious, check it out. And believe it or not, all that will be gone by mornings. Cat is a tanker. Absolute tanker in winter. Here you go. Oh yeah.
Ready to rock?
You ready for rock?
Yeah. Yeah, it's flashing, huh?
Yeah. Almost done.
Yeah, getting there, huh? I can admit that made this project way harder on ourselves, but
By waiting till winter.
well,
By having a life and having other aspects of the house build that have always been more important.
yeah, everything's easy if you just take it out of context.
Yep.
Yep. Gonna be a long winter, guys. Gonna be a long winter. We got the cat 3,000 square feet.
And he's still
And
going
he's like,
stir crazy.
I need more room.
Are you freaking kidding me? Hey, bugaboo.
Go ahead and dump it all. I'll spread it. Perfect. Nope, that should be good. Yeah, maybe just park it for a minute. All right, I got most of the rock down there. So I'm gonna backfill a little bit and then I'm gonna have to top it off with rock. And then I think we're pretty good.
You got it from here?
Yeah.
I'll work on getting some dinner ready and then
Okay.
get these kind folks a video out for the evening.
Yeah, they always appreciate it. Right, guys? Right, guys? All right, gonna go push a bunch of dirt around.
Onwards.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Bugaboo's gonna watch you from the heated house out the
Case-
window,
Right. in
cracking
case-
his
in
whip.
case you're wondering if men ever grow up and stop wanting to play with dirt. The answer is no.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
But see, the thing is, now my playing with dirt benefits our family, so
Exactly,
it all
right?
comes around. How
Bye,
about-
love.
I think somebody just ended up in the ditch. That'll serve you right for driving too fast in the snow, suckers. Well, we got most of it done today. I got some of the drain rock moved against the foundation and kind of consolidated all the rock. And with Alyssa's help, we were able to get that footing drain daylighted out. The conduit that we laid is for the well pump power. We know that the well is going to go over there somewhere, and it's easier just to drop it in the same trench to get across the driveway. And then whenever we get the well done, it will be easy to just connect into that conduit and run over to wherever the well is. So feels good to have that done. I did not get the rock moved and the driveway finished, but the snow finally made it here. It's coming down pretty good out there. It's beautiful. We're excited. We're ready for winter. We want winter, but feels like we're definitely scrambling, which is okay. We're human. We can only get so much work done, right? I'm very thankful for Alyssa for sticking it out in pretty miserable conditions. Snow's not bad, but the glop, it's pretty miserable. But she's got some great work gear. She's kind of figured that out over the last couple of winters, doing some pretty miserable work, and I think she's finally found a way to be comfortable. It smells like dinner's cooking. I think I better get that ready. Alyssa's probably hard at work editing video for you guys. And I think I might poke my head out and see if these guys that are in the ditch need a hand getting out of there.